You see, the moment you're told you have cancer, apart from it, like the misdiagnosis, if it's real, it's real. You can't change it. You have it. Life will not stop. So you have to push through, even as in the normal life people are living. You just have to know your limits and what you can do, what to focus on. I told God, like, give me ignorance, because I have to. I said one thing, I will not give up on my studies. No matter how bad it is, just walk me through it. Just face it.
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. It's a rough road, I know it, but you have to be aggressive also.
Hi, welcome to the show. Now, I know October is Breast Cancer Month, but here on Unscripted, we're talking all things cancer this month. On today's show, we have a special guest who at only 18 years old was diagnosed with bone cancer, and life as she knew it changed instantly. Today, she paints that picture for us and also has a message of hope. So let's get started. Welcome to Unscripted with me, Grace Salame, filming right here at Swiss Lenana Mountain. Welcome to Unscripted. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your feedback. Now, on today's show, I have this special young lady on Unscripted, Paris.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Welcome.
On Unscripted. As you know, last week we started our themed month as we talk about cancer, and with me today is a young lady, and your life changed drastically at only 18 years old. But before we get into that, let's tell the people at home, who is Paris? What are you about? What do you like? Who are you?
I'm Paris. I've said, napenda kucheka, smiling a lot. Yeah. I love comedy a lot. It keeps me moving.
Keeps you moving
every day.
And what do you do now currently? What are you up to?
Currently, I'm in school, civil engineering. Yeah, my last year.
So a comedian and an engineer.
Comedy is just
well done.
For the other side of you.
The other side of
you.
you.
The funny side of you, yeah.
Paris, your life changed drastically at only 18 years old.
Yeah.
Tell us exactly what happened.
We were August. Definitely go for tuition. I was in Form 4. So actually I started like feeling back pain. So but I thought it's this low desk for So but I just ignored it. But when we opened the first week, we opened on a Wednesday, September. That Friday, on Fridays in my school, we used to go early to the dormitories. When I stood up, I got a sharp pain, very sharp.
Where? Your back still?
Yes, and the leg.
Okay.
And I fell asleep immediately, only to wake up around 6.
So you like blacked out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not like blacking out, just sleeping.
Okay.
After I felt the pain, I said, hey, let me sit down. That's not normal. It's kind of weird. So I just slept. The next minute, it's supper time.
Now you're in what class you said?
Form 4. I'm in Form 4, yeah.
Okay. But how long did it take before you spoke to your parents about it or alerted anyone about it?
After 2 weeks, I went to the dispensary, given some diclofenac, no change.
Diclofenac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no change. So I went back again. The nurse said, for now, as in, we need to do an X-ray, but for now, I'd advise just do your exams. Then when you go home, things might be checked.
So you told your mom what happened after that?
So my mom came. I told her. She's like, no, it's tension, exams and stuff. Oh, I'm like, yeah. I love the fact that when I was less around nikiwa class 5,
yeah,
I still had issues with the leg swelling and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's something like in our family. My big sis, tunafura miguu. So
what would cause the swelling?
I don't know. It just happened when you travel, walking a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you thought it was the same thing happening again?
At that time, I was not swelling, so we just assumed the same issue. You just ignoring. No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I finished the exams, went home, and told my mom, hey, by the way, my leg still hurts. It's not normal. I'm still in pain. So the following day she took me to hospital.
Yeah.
But the doctor who was there, they are not hawakusikizi. So he said, this is arthritis, the juvenile for young
So
adults.
did he even check, or he just assumed with how
No.
you're feeling?
Actually, he got mad because I went wearing a trouser, so he didn't check. But he assumed because niko magoti. It's just arthritis. Given medication, nothing is changing like after, that was around January. So my mom decided to change the doctor. The doctor also gave me some medication for arthritis. Gave me 2 weeks. If things don't get back to normal, come back. So I went back after 2 weeks with pain.
So 2 doctors, yet still the pain persists?
Yeah.
But symptoms getting worse?
Yeah. That's when my mom got like, hey, something is not okay. So we need to see a doctor.
Okay.
So we went. The doctor said we do an X-ray.
What did they find?
It was not clear. It was like cloudy, so you couldn't see anything. And he was like, you do just an MRI to confirm what it is. I'm suspecting something. So he wakatu direct Medihill in Eldoret. We did the MRI. It was around 20,000 shillings. Coincidentally, there were some doctors coming from India. The visit they do, yeah.
Okay.
So my mom said, instead of going back to the same doctor, why can't we just see the Indian doctors who are coming? So I did the MRI, and it's a hassle to just do it because it's booked. Patients book it.
Of course.
And kuna patient will take like a session of 4 hours. So I managed to get into the machine like around 9 at night. And I'd gone there at 10 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what did the results show though?
The following day I picked the results. Just went then to the doctor. And he said, my dear, you have cancer. As in, there was no like
breaking the news to you.
Yeah.
Pole pole.
Yeah, you are with my mom. So like, you have cancer and it's serious. You need like immediate medical attention.
How was it in that moment to be told?
I didn't know
18
anything.
years old?
For me, I can say,
Yeah.
I was not shocked until I saw my mom crying. And I was like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm like, my mom is like, yeah. Then she's like, what do we do? What do we do? She's asking questions. So I told her, let's just go home. Then we'll know what to do. Yeah.
So how did you feel about seeing your parents reacting that way?
I just
And
cried.
realized.
Yeah. So the following day, the doctor, we went back with my dad.
Okay.
So my dad is like, what options do we have? When we check, like in Kenya, it's only like amputation.
Before getting to the options you have,
Yeah.
you need to, what kind of cancer did they say that you have, and what stage were you on at that time?
It was osteosarcoma, bone cancer,
Okay.
and
What
it
does
was
that mean?
stage 2B.
So what does that mean? How does it affect your body?
Apart from pain, I can't say there's that much.
Okay.
Yani, you are swelling.
In your bones?
Yeah, you have pain, but you can't explain where the pain is actually.
Really?
Yeah, but you're on pain. You try this drug, this painkiller, it's not working. So the doctor was like, but you have an option. In India, we have an alternative. Instead of amputating the leg, we fix an implant and chemo, and I guess you're good to go.
Because the treatment available here in Kenya, they said, is to amputate.
Amputation.
Wow.
So my dad said, like, as he decided, like, maybe I'll give her the best as per them. So
For your dad and yourself, it wasn't an option?
yeah, my dad, actually, they didn't ask me, what do you want? Because in the first place, I didn't know anything.
Of course.
Yeah. So I was taken to India.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Unscripted. A special thanks to our host today at Swiss, Elana Mount, for hosting us once again, and with me, Paris. So you were telling us in part 1 that they discover it's bone cancer. I'm guessing at this point it's aggressive, or you'll tell us how aggressive it is.
Yeah.
And the only treatment option available is to amputate. But of course, your father said that's not happening. So what happened after that? What was your next option?
The next option was going to India for treatment.
What would the treatment be?
It was chemo, post-chemo, and surgery, and after chemo. After the surgery, you do like 5 sessions.
Okay.
So when we went to India, they did again, and they confirmed it's cancer.
Okay.
And they came, the doctor gave us the protocol of 8 sessions of chemo,
I see.
but we'll do 3 first, then we operate you,
Okay.
then pre-chemo 5 cycles.
I see.
So now you have to like look for finance and everything and the time, because I stayed there around 8 months.
What's the reality of going through a chemo session?
It's bad.
8 months, is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us through, what is that like?
The moment you're on chemo, as much as you don't understand anything, you just see drips. It hits you maybe. For me, it hit me hard when I started losing my hair on the first cycle. It was like, it's bad. And I could like see it. You know, my dad used to come, as in, he was so hurt. I could tell.
Yeah.
He used to come when I'm on chemo. You could aungemuona around.
Well, you couldn't take seeing you going through
Yeah,
that.
and there's your daughter. You can't fix her, and you have to watch as she goes through whatever
Chemo session.
chemo. Yeah. So the doctor initially had said you'll do 4, then 4, 4,
Later.
4. Yeah. But I can remember he came like on a 25th April and said, I want to take your daughter to theater next week. And you see, my dad had planned surgery around me, so I'll have enough.
He'll have planned himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said next week, you have 1 week to pay theater and everything.
To those at home who, could have a cancer patient or the reality of it, what would you tell them at home?
All I could say is that don't give up. Because you see, the moment you're told you have cancer, apart from it, like the misdiagnosis, if it's real, it's real. You can't change it. You have it. And for the finance, I could say like you have the insurance. Because at least nowadays they're catering even
Yeah.
for in the abroad mini kind of system. Then for it's not that bad. You know, this mentality like cancer will kill you, chemo sijui it's what. You just have to be aggressive, as per se I could say. Even if the drugs are aggressive themselves, because they kill your white cells.
They do.
So your immune is down. You can't eat. Any smell ina perfect. So I'll tell them, just face it.
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. It's a rough road, I know it, but you have to be aggressive also.
So far with the chemotherapy, it's been how long now? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years. How's your body responding to it? And were there any side effects at some point?
Yeah. So as we have finished the 2016, yeah, treatment. So 2017, I'm so okay.
Oh, really?
You couldn't.
That was a
even
good year?
tell. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
wow.
so okay, like any other human
Like
being.
you were walking normally?
Yeah.
You didn't need a...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because my dad was in, I think God has a way of guiding him.
What do you mean? Why?
Because I was supposed to come back
Yeah.
after the surgery, do the other chemos here, but he said no. I know the finance part is a strain, but
Of course.
I want you to get well, so you have to stay there until you are done. So after I finished my 8 chemos, I came back, so I was so okay. Apart from the hair, and I looked a bit pale, you couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell.
Yeah.
When your body felt better, you felt stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was so okay. So we came back around September. Early, fast, yeah, that's when I came back. So the 4 months, like just a break, eat well. You know, the food is an issue. It's not like the food you have here. So I recovered and joined college.
Oh, good.
2017.
Okay.
But then around May, okay, I did a course I was not
Excited about?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because my plan was I wanted to do engineering, though I performed poorly in my KCSE, so I had another alternative, but I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So I talked to my parents. They decided, let's change this.
Okay.
So I went to Kabete Poly. I did my first year, but around 2017, and I can't remember, my grandma called me and she was like, are you okay? That day, I actually left my phone at home.
Okay.
So my grandma was like, are you okay?
Why?
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. She just called me and we don't talk that much. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah,
She said
I'm fine.
something. Yeah.
But like around December, again, pain. So I've gone back home. I'm from Kitale. I'm like, again, it's not, something is off.
So it came back again?
Yeah, but we just up and down. So I'm actually in attachment.
So when you were fine in 2017, had it left your body? Then you regressed, or what had happened? Were you cancer free when it stopped, when the pains?
Yeah,
you were.
Yeah, I was not taking any drugs actually at all. I was okay. So 2018 came back. I used to go DOD. There's a site we used to work there. I used to walk up to town sometimes with my colleagues. But I used to feel, when I get home, I'm so tired. I'm in pain. So I told my mom, I'm not feeling okay. I need to go back. Doing also some checkups, because we are supposed to do checkups after like every 6 months, go for checkup. So we went back and the doctor was like, I guess that's ukuchoka too.
Okay. So they didn't find anything?
Yeah. But then we went back again because it's not normal. You know, there's that, as in being tired, either you have worked and you can feel tired, but you are tired and you are in pain at night only, and during the day you're so okay. So the doctor was like, I don't know, go do a scan, then come back.
What did the scan show?
It didn't show anything, but you could see a lump. So the doctor is like, I can't see anything,
yeah,
but so I don't think there's anything. Though my sister, she has practiced medicine. She's a pharmacist. She's like, I can't go home back with her, and she's in pain. What do you want me to do? So the doctor said, let me refer you to another doctor, an orthopedic, so that you can, for further investigation. So the doctor was like, I can feel something, go do a biopsy.
So one test after another?
Yeah.
Did they ever determine if the cancer was back or what it was?
What happened is...
Was the side effect? Yeah.
When we went to do the biopsy, and it got hard because of the implant. So the doctor decided, because it's hard, let's just take you to theater, remove the tumor because we could feel it, then test it. So I was taken to theater. It was done here in Kenyatta. Then they tested it and it was a recurrence.
So it came back?
Yeah. And a bit aggressive. We are like, what do we do? So I told my mom, first, I'm not going back to India. I'll just do my treatment here.
Yeah,
I think I'll be done. Yeah. So again, I started my chemo around March.
And this is just last year?
Yeah, 2018. Up to, we did, I think, 2 cycles. Now my veins again started like, drugs are not flowing. Kama zimeblock. Yeah, you see, like I have some black here.
So that affected the treatment?
Yeah, I was like, I'm done with this thing. I'm not doing it. because the other option was to do a chemo pot, and I was so against it.
Why were you so against the chemo pot?
Because I just had fear of chemo pot, of leaking the chemo to my other parts, and
you didn't want that.
It's bad. I'd seen a patient in India, he had a chemo pot, na ilikuwa imemchoma.
You didn't want that?
Yeah, I didn't want that at all. But again, my aunt talked to me and everything, and I decided, let's do this.
It requires a lot of strength, doesn't it?
A lot. So I was taken back to theater, chemo pot, and after like 5 days, it was okay to be used. Continued with my chemotherapy. Yeah.
Welcome back. As of now, 4 years later since you discovered, how are you doing now? How's your health now and your healing journey?
I'm better. I'm from chemo like 2 months ago.
You did chemo?
Yeah. I've been on chemo since April. So like for now, I'm done. I'm supposed to do checkup. I'm supposed to do some scans, blood counts and everything to see the progress.
Did it spread to?
Yeah, it's actually this year again. So after the last year chemo, like 3 months down the line, again pain again. So at that point, I'm like, this one can't be cancer again. No, it's just maybe the implant, it may misbehave, not in position.
So those are the side effects of it. The implant does have constant side effects.
No, not really.
Yeah.
If you're okay, if let's say in a setting of like someone with arthritis, after they do TKR, total knee implant, so you are so okay, even you can't tell.
Oh really?
Yeah, you just go back to normal.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no pain, there's nothing.
Okay.
But for my case, it's like there's an implant, you have a tumor.
Yeah.
It's pressing the implant. The tumor is pressing the implant, so there's a lot of pain. Walking is a strain and everything. So early this year, we were like, this implant has been not as in imekuwa ikisumbua. So just can we just amputate this leg?
Who said that, you or your?
My mom was talking to me. She's like, you have been a lot of pain. As in, we thought the implant will help, but no, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Can't we just amputate and see what?
Were you ready for that option?
No. Since I think from the first time, because I guess nobody took me through amputation and everything. So I always knew there's another option apart from amputation. So we come to the orthopedic doctor. He's a very nice doctor, Dr. Mogire. So I'm like, I told my mom, if you want me to do an amputation, first I'll need a PET scan and I'll need someone to take me through it so I can understand and prepare myself psychologically and everything, because you have to adjust. Yeah. So we came and he drew for us what it's like if we say it's to amputate.
Amputation is the answer.
In the first place, my implant inaanza around up.
I see.
Yeah, all the way to the. So he was like, I have to count
your leg.
5 centimeters, I mean. But since it's cancer, you have like that mini fear of you might cut place, it's growing again. It may spread. So I have to remove the whole limb. Yeah, it was that bad. So I'm like, Actually, my mom was like, for me, I won't tell you to do amputation. No.
Yeah, that's extreme.
Yeah, because he was like, and if you get the
prosthetic leg, yes,
you have to tie it from the other side, and it's a hassle.
Psychologically, you are not prepared.
It will affect your schoolwork and everything, because you will be on crutches every time.
Will be dependent.
Yeah. And I don't like that thing, being dependent on someone, because you have to stand on your own. Yeah. At some point in life, you have to be you.
But you know, if it's required, my dear, it's you
Yeah.
allow for it. Yeah.
So my parents decided, let's just take her to India. We do the PET scan and we see how she's doing. Because since 2016, there's no PET scan.
Was there a difference?
No scan. So when we went, the doctor said, let's do a PET scan and a MRI. And the issue here, we can't do, once you have an implant, MRI is not an option for you. You can't do another MRI.
Okay.
So, but when their medical whatever, as in it's advanced medical.
So you were able to do an MRI?
MRI and a PET scan. So the results came back and they called my aunt out. Can we talk outside? Yeah. So my aunt came back and she said, the doctor said it's cancer again. It has recurred and it may spread kwa lungs.
To where? The lungs?
And some part of the iliac bone. I can see the hip. And traces along the implant. Kuna traces.
Have you had moments where you've asked yourself if this is curable?
Yeah. You see, like, when you put so much into something, you are maybe working on a project and you end up failing. It hurts. So, like, you are like, I have done chemo, first, we call them first, second, third. So I'm like, what am I doing? Will I get
still
better?
Spreading. Yeah.
As we move on, things are getting kind of worse, I can say so. So I'm like, but let me try again.
As a young girl starting off your adulthood, you were 18 years old when it happened. And then, I mean, we all think about or look forward to the day when we'll be in university or our first job. But your reality was very different. Just when you're getting into that stage, you're hit with cancer in one treatment after another. How did this affect you or pose a challenge in your life?
I can say it really hit me hard because you weren't prepared. You just have to face it as it is. So I'm like, you see, cancer, I can say for maybe for us ladies,
women,
it's bad because there's hair loss, and hair means a lot for us ladies. You may imagine, like, for him, he's like, anaweza tembea kipara, but for me, I can't. Everyone will be like, "Hey, what's wrong with that girl?"
So it affected your self-esteem.
Yeah, but I was like, I have to just ignore. Okay, I told God, like, give me ignorance, because I have to. I said one thing, I'll not give up on my studies, because I have to finish school. So if I keep looking myself, I look like I had no hair, you are pale. Everyone is staring at you, by the way. You are in school and everybody. So I'm like,
God, make me blind to everything and I
yeah.
focus on my studies.
No matter how bad it is, just walk me through it. And this God will never set up a plan where people won't see. They have to see it. So as for me, was like, life will not stop, because nobody will say, hey, Paris is sick. Even my life will stop also. So you have to push through, even as in the normal life people are living.
Okay.
You just have to know your limits and what you can do and where not to go, what to focus on.
Good girl.
Yeah.
And now you're almost done with school.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
What would you tell parents at home who, this could be from your learnings with your family, even friends. What's the best way to support someone going through cancer?
I'll say never, like, give up on someone when they're in a difficult moment. You see, like, in most cases, people saying stories, you'll hear people saying, like, they gave up on me, they walked away out of my life. As much as God sometimes removes people in your life, to a point, this point, people give up on you, not knowing they are like blocking a blessing in their life. You know, people give up because of the hustle, because you see in school, someone has to carry a chair for me because it's a hustle getting. Yeah. So we are like, kushikianga Paris seat kila siku, it's hard. So don't give up on someone because he or she is in a difficult moment. Today is me, tomorrow is you. You never know. And I might be a blessing in your life with the hard situation.
That's true.
And you learn a lot from me. Just don't see the outside. There's a lot. And I watched the show you are talking with Esther.
Yes.
Yeah. There's one thing I told God, like, at the point of giving up, Esther said, never joke about suicide and everything. And I told God, like, never let me get to that point. Like, I've given up and suicide is the only option. You have a plan, God, that I know, like, giving up is not the option. Because you'll give up and people will never have anything to relate to. So, like, giving up should never be an option. Yeah. Just wipe the tears. And stop focusing, like, don't surrender to the past. What has happened, have faith in what is to come.
What was the lowest point for you?
Losing hair and people giving up on me.
Oh, that happened to you?
Yeah, it happened. Everyone trips and everyone falls. So, as much as people will give up on you, don't give up on yourself. In the end, it's you. It's your story to be written. And don't see your life in someone else's eyes, because your perspective about me is different from another one. You know, like, I smile a lot, people don't know I have a story. So they say,
now they do.
Yeah. Paris anachekanga hata ashtukangi. That's the phrase they say. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's my thing. It's the thing that keeps me
going.
Yeah, every day. And you have to face this world. It has challenges. And as I told you, it will not stop. You will not be taken to a land where, like, everything will be catered for. You'll have to struggle in the same world with others.
And I like what you said, that you have a story. So as we wrap this part, what dreams and visions does Paris have for herself? What do you have for yourself? Because yes, you have this as part of your life story, but you want to build. You want to be an engineer. They said there's a lot here you're seeing and you'd love to create. Tell us what dreams you have for yourself as we wrap up.
I want to do more in real estate, as per se. Then come up with foundations. Sometimes I say, like, God will make you go through something to have a better understanding so that you can help others. So I always dream, like, I'll have foundation and help people, especially not only people with cancer. When you go out there, you'll realize, as in, there's people go through a lot.
True.
And they don't have any support system. You are on your own, as in, no one to help you. But if you come with some foundations, the story will change. As in, this story still lazima end up in maybe
In despair and no hope.
There's something better, and there's the good side of it, and there's a beautiful part of it, and it can show something, like, you can birth out of a painful story, you can give birth to a beautiful thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Do you have any last words for anybody at home?
I'll tell people to learn, to appreciate the effort of your friend, appreciate what God has given you. The moment you see my leg, it's stiff, it can't move. So I have to use this for walking, and like I need a support. But maybe kitambo, maybe I used to complain, oh, mguu yangu inakaanga hivi, I don't have this. But the moment,
Counting the blessings now.
yeah, you just have to count them each and every day and appreciate. It might be little, but full of blessings.
That's true.
Yeah.
Paris, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And for me, just giving a message of hope that regardless of where you are in life and the thick of things, on a difficult journey, to still speak hope in life, nashukuru. So thanks for coming on the show. You don't know who you've talked to at home. Hope there's someone at home who's picked something, and you can reach out to her or us. Our details are right below. We'd love to hear from you. We appreciate your viewership every single week. Special thanks to our host, Swiss Lana Mount, for hosting us yet again. Do have yourselves a good night. God bless and see you again. Same day, same time. Bye.